All right, welcome everybody to another Behind the Scenes. I'm Mike Klingler and I have Robin Lynn here.
Hey guys, good to see you.
So, this is part of our predictable system behind the scenes process where we take you behind the scenes of our company and show you how we do what we do. All kinds of stuff comes up when you do marketing right. The process is actually really simple. And if you haven't already found it, you could find our online success strategy class, reach out to somebody that referred you to this and watch that class to understand how do you predict your earnings? How do you control your marketing results? That's what everything that we're doing is showing you, the little things that can come up along the way. So a lot of what we're doing is more advanced than what most people would need to do. And in fact, we give people our system who want to work with us and kind of follow along and apply the online success strategy to generate leads and automate cash flow the same way we do. But you can also glean a lot from what we teach and what we share to apply it to whatever you want to market or sell. Because both Robin and I have done phenomenally well over the years. I've been free for 25 years, being able to generate seven figures across lots of different niches and markets. And when I met Robin in 2012, about 7 years ago, it didn't take her long to start applying the strategy in her own right and do seven figures with one ad. And I could go on and on. There are thousands of people using the same strategy. So if you don't know about that online success strategy, you definitely want to find it out. Again, the things I'm going to share with you here and in a lot of our behind the scenes stuff goes into maybe higher level approaches to applying it, because we have massive goals and a lot of experience, but you can apply this in very simple ways. And if you wanted to use our system, you could find out how to use it, not have to create all this. So anyway, I want to go into some of the higher stuff, higher level stuff. It can just really increase your perception of what's going on just by kind of following along and learning from us. One of the things that we were excited to find was a tool called Kartra. Kartra is kind of a competitor to Clickfunnels or LeadPages. And, a big fast clue to tell you that, hey, Kartra is something to pay attention to is that all of the big earners who make a lot of money promoting Clickfunnels, which has been around longer, if you look closely at their funnels, you'll see they're using Kartra for a lot of the back end and for the email. Well, there's a reason. It's a powerful tool. And I won't go into the details of that today, but Kartra is probably the most powerful tool out there. It's just many of them are still using ClickFunnels because they've been using it longer. They got a lot of their funnels already wrapped up into it. And Russell Brunson does a fantastic job with giving you stuff you can market with as an affiliate marketer. But we're using Kartra for actual funnels, as a lot of the big leaders, even in ClickFunnels, are. And I just believe it's the strongest tool for reasons we discuss elsewhere. If you do ever want to, sign up with Kartra, reach out to us or the person who referred you here and get their link and get plugged into our affiliate network. There's a lot of advantages to being tied into our affiliate network if you want to start using Kartra and start generating affiliate commissions with Kartra as well. It is a robust and powerful tool. So we've built our tool, our marketing funnel with Kartra. But one of the things that we asked early on, because we were aware this was an issue in the industry with platforms like ClickFunnels, like LeadPages, like Kartra, we knew that when you build pages with a lot of these platforms, really easy to build these amazing pages. But if you ever want to, you don't have to with Kartra, but if you ever wanted to take that code, those pages, and put it on WordPress, like a blog, and I won't get into all the details about why you might want to do that as opposed to just building on Kartra. I might reference it later today, but it's something we'll discuss mainly at a different time. But if you knew that there's reasons to do that and you wanted to do that and take a page that you built on Kartra or ClickFunnels or LeadPages and you placed it on your blog, they often put code, like hidden code, in there that's hard to find and hard to remove, because they want to make it where if you cancel your account with Kartra or ClickFunnels or LeadPages, that page would no longer work, because they don't want someone to come in and they want to give reasons for people to keep paying for their tool, their system. Now, I had asked Kartra many months in getting started with this if that was the case with them. Now, the answer I got back wasn't correct. I was told no problem, no code. And in hindsight, I think just the customer service person I asked that to didn't understand my question. And this kind of stuff that can happen in any organization. I'm not upset with Kartra about it. It's just part of the process. But unfortunately, we would have gone about things differently than we had if we had known that. I knew it was a possible issue because I knew that ClickFunnels does it, LeadPages does it, Well, now after getting started with our process, we realize Kartra does do it too. There's a hidden code on there, and it's not a huge deal. If you're a beginner, you probably don't need to even think about building pages in ClickFunnels or LeadPage. Well, LeadPages you probably do, but at least a bigger, more robust platform like Kartra or ClickFunnels, most of you wouldn't be thinking about building pages there and then placing those pages on your blog. You would just use those systems. Like in our case, you could just build the page in Kartra and that's it, and use it, and like it works. It's a complete system, and that's why most people use it. So I will come back around now and say why people like us that have been around the block a few times do want to be able to also have a separate system, that we were wanting to put those pages on, even though we're using Kartra mainly. And that is because, I've been around this industry for so long, I realize sometimes companies go out of business. And if I have my entire business and I'm making 7 figures, and then that using Kartra or ClickFunnels or LeadPages, and those businesses go out of business, or they change something about their business that I don't like, or they sell their business to somebody else and I don't like the way they're going with it, I don't want to feel dependent on them. I want to feel independent. No matter how the winds blow, I set things up to be successful. And that's how I teach others to do it. So even though we love Kartra, and even though it's a powerful all-in-one solution, and even though for those that work closely with us, we're showing them how to set up using Kartra just like we are, and building pages like you're looking at right now. And there's much more sophisticated ones that we won't go into today. This is extremely uber simple version of a page you can create with Kartra. But nonetheless, we are using mainly Kartra, but we want to also build lead pages and show people how to create lead capture pages and funnel pages on a separate blog domain that is in your own control in case anything were to happen 3, 4, 5 years from now with Kartra. And you want to think about the same thing with ClickFunnels, with LeadPages. You don't want to be in a position where you're vulnerable. You want to be in a position where you win no matter what. So that's why, even though we are using Kartra for most of our marketing and teaching others and setting them up to easily be able to duplicate what we're doing, because it's the most powerful tool out there, we also have a way to make sure we're secure, even if we didn't want to use Kartra anymore or they went out of business years from now. I don't see that happening. They're the most robust tool out there. I don't see ClickFunnels going out of business, but hey, Russell Brunson could sell ClickFunnels to somebody. So it's something to think about, to know how to do that. Okay, so that's why we do it. Now, we were creating pages in Kartra, and then very easily, it's so simple, putting those on our members' blogs, people that work with us, on their blog domain. To help them have a separate independent process. Even though they're still using Kartra mainly, we wanted to set them up and show them how to do that. But we found out, in fact, there is code secretly hiding on there that you don't know about. And what happens is if somebody were to cancel their Kartra account or whatever, that page would no longer work. There's also other little loading issues and stuff that comes into play, and it's not like a huge deal, but over time it's just not ideal to have that code drawing stuff from Kartra or ClickFunnels if you're using ClickFunnels when you're wanting to have an independent system as well. So those of you who are members of us, this is just kind of an update of what we've been having to do. I know a lot of you that are, some of you that don't follow what we're doing in our systems won't follow what I'm saying right now completely. When I want to get all of our members kind of an update in this behind the scenes and say, at this time, we're getting ready to set those of you up with advertising to be able to follow along with tracking your lead value, that is tracking how much you're earning per lead as you're doing the marketing we're showing you, and turn on your ad campaigns to be able to know how much are you earning per lead, and then to be able to employ cash flow optimization like we teach, and you'll be able to follow along and incrementally increase what you earn per lead. That's what marketing is all about. That's the online success strategy that everyone should be focused on. Doesn't matter what you're doing, what you're selling, that's the game right there. And so before we got that in play, we wanted to make sure we rebuilt these pages that are on your blog domains to make them completely independent of Kartra. Again, even though those of you who have Kartra, you're going to be marketing mainly with Kartra, as we will. I want to underscore, we emphasize financial freedom as much as we emphasize financial security. And for the reasons that I just explained, We want to make sure we show you and set you all up with not just being able to dominate your marketing with Kartra and all the powerful all-in-one tools they have, but we also want to make sure that you're set up to be independent if the need for that were to ever arise. Okay? We also know that there's a lot of people that are so new to marketing, or they've invested time and money into so many things over the years that didn't work out because the people teaching them were leading them down rabbit holes, and they're afraid or not in a position to make a lot of investment, but they still want to use our system and they want to ease into it. And so we set you up with a system on your own blog domain that's really inexpensive to be able to follow what we're doing, again, to track lead value, to understand how simple it can be to generate leads, and to take control of what you earn through cash flow optimization. We want you to be able to follow along. And maybe you're looking at the $97 a month or whatever it is for Kartra. It's very low, but still maybe it's just an extra cost that you don't want to take on initially. So we set you up with an independent blog domain marketing funnel system. You won't have access to all the robust, awesome tools and marketing automation that is in Kartra, but you'll be able to begin. And when the time comes where you're generating leads and you're starting to see how it works and you're ready, then maybe you'll upgrade to Kartra. So we want to make sure you also have a solution, and we don't want the pages we're putting on your blog domain to be pulling from Kartra. We don't want to be connected to Kartra for the reasons that I've explained. So the solution that we've just, we started searching for options. We knew about a lot of options, but Robin found Elementor, which is a plugin, a free plugin, and a place to build these pages separate from Kartra, and it's free. And so we're going to be we're doing it right now. For those of you who are already members with us, we're rebuilding all your pages. We're taking on that extra cost and that extra expense. We could have just moved forward with that little hidden code connected to Kartra. But again, we believe in independence and security as much as financial freedom. So as much as we want to just move towards, hey, let's maximize Kartra's automation tools and run with it, we also just want to make sure that we have a foundation in place for ourselves and for you, so that we're independent of Kartra too if we ever decided to be in the future. I hope that makes sense. I know most marketers don't think that way, but it's why I've been free financially and securely so for 25 years. And I'm setting you guys up to duplicate the same model, the same online success strategy, independent of us and Kartra if you want to be. Okay, so Robin, do you want to explain a little bit about how Elementor works and why it's so cool, like why we chose this as the tool we're going to use to build these pages outside of Kartra to set people up with that independent system on their blog?
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. So thanks, Mike. First of all, I love using Kartra for lead generation, for sales, for tracking, for automation, for tagging and building robust systems. So Kartra, for sure. But as Mike said, I also love, and I love to teach to you guys, having that system, that way of hosting your own website outside of anyone else, that's owned by you, controlled by you. And for those of you who've worked with a WordPress before, you guys know that it's open source, so no one really owns it. That means you're in control. Your hand is on the lever of how far you take it. And that means a lot when it comes to marketing and promoting. Nobody can really turn it off as long as the internet is going, as Mike always says. As long as the internet's alive, you can use your WordPress. So when we set you guys up with WordPress, one of the things that was really important for us to give you is the customization, and also the fact that Mike and I have been testing, and before you receive this system, we test it and we ensure that it works, that it generates leads and it moves the leads into generating sales, which means it converts. It's a funnel that converts. And so by the time that you have your hands on it, we say, okay, this is something that you need to have as well to test for your audience, for your leads, to generate leads, and then to convert those leads into sales. We've refined it enough, and that's why when you guys get your pages, it's refined for you to start converting. So what I needed to find was for a way, number one, the very first thing, I'll simplify it. The first thing was to be sure that we could build in WordPress so that there was no code that would stick leading to any other site or tool. And that meant building inside of WordPress that meant having your pages hosted inside of WordPress itself, basically controlled by your own domain server. If you guys know anything about hosting your domain into a server, it basically means that the code is clean for you and you own it and nobody else can touch it, put their branding on it. And so Elementor is a page builder, and it also allows me to have templates. And it's actually really, really kind of classy. It's people compare it to LeadPages or Clickfunnels in a way, in the sense of how you can build the system and build pages with it. I should say the pages that are built with Elementor are customized. So a lot of people really, don't know what to do with it. They don't know what the heck to do with Elementor and WordPress building pages. Usually the people that have used this are web developers or web designers, and sometimes programmers may use it to simplify things and add custom HTML code, because there's a way to add custom HTML. And so it kind of blocks things and chunks things up for you. And it's also very, very nuanced when you want it to be. But it does require somebody who knows what the heck to do with building sites out and building funnels and pages. And so what I ended up doing was basically taking the page that I had built inside of Kartra that I liked a lot and that got us some fantastic results and conversion rates. And so basically I took this page that we had showed you just a moment ago that Mike was explaining that was built in Kartra, and duplicated it, replicated it on this Elementor so that it's hosted inside of WordPress without any code that would stick, anything else that would be controlled by any other tool or system or site. And so that means you have control over it. It also means that we get to personalize and customize for you. It means that your form is here. Again, some of this is HTML, some of it is customized with HTML, and other portions of it, include like this video link here. This video link is a video link that we give you.
Let me break that down a little bit for people
Sure.
who aren't tech knowledgeable, because you don't need to be tech knowledgeable to work with us. That's for sure. That's what this is all about. So this Elementor allows us to recreate the pages, as Robin was saying, without it having that hidden code from Kartra, and place that independently on your blog domain. So you have, for the reasons I explained, that independent setup. And because we're using, and Elementor is free, and because we're using, so there's no additional cost for anyone or anything. And even though we'll create these for you, like if you're working with us, we create these pages for you. And as we're doing our advertising and split testing, and we're incrementally increasing what we earn per lead, we're passing those new pages on to you. Now in Kartra, we can do that much faster, which is one of the big advantages of using Kartra. We can just click a button and bam, you'll get our new updated pages. But for those of you with independent systems, although there'll be a delay and you won't get access to as many, as we're doing that and we find big wins, big changes to pages that are getting better results and therefore will make you more money if you're using the same system we are, then we can fairly quickly have our team using Elementor make changes to the pages to personalize and customize them to you. So for example, let's say we're split testing and we find out if we change the video in this page and we change the header in this page and we change the text in this page, we're getting twice the lead value. We're getting twice as many leads as the old lead capture page. Then we can fairly efficiently on our end, not as efficiently as we can with Kartra, so there'll be more of a delay, but if you're working with us and you're on the independent system, you're not using Kartra, we can pretty quickly still get you a personalized page that ends up having those leads go into your email system, so they're your leads with your affiliate links, so that when a lead clicks on those affiliate links, you're getting paid the commissions. So it's just another way for us to support you more efficiently and effectively if you're working with us, to be able to have that independent system that doesn't have the code connected to it. Again, I want to repeat, we are mostly focused on marketing with Kartra, but for the reasons I explained earlier, we always want to have an independent system as backup so that we're always independent. And that's something that all of you should be thinking about, even if you're not working with us. If you're using Kartra or Clickfunnels or LeadPages, just know if you ever do set up an independent system or take pages you're creating on those systems and put it on your WordPress blog or another domain, there's hidden code there. And that means if you ever canceled your account with that company or something were to happen to them, those pages would not be functional anymore. So you're not independent like you thought you were if you're doing that. So that's one thing. And then for those of you who are our members, this isn't going to be like complicated stuff that you have to do. This is what we're doing right now behind the scenes, so that if you don't have Kartra yet and you're wanting to move forward with us and using our system to generate leads and cash flow, following exactly what we're doing, or you do have Kartra, but you understand that we're wanting to give you an independent system as well. This is what we're doing right now. It's more time intensive for us, but we want to make sure that you have that independent system without that hidden code on it. So we just want to let you know that and inform those of you who aren't using our system even to know about that hidden code situation, and to maybe get you thinking about having an independent backup process as well in case ClickFunnels or LeadPages or Kartra or whatever platform you're using goes out of business or sells their business 3 years from now. You don't want to be completely reliant upon them. You want to know what to do to keep the ball rolling with your income. That gives you security with the freedom you're generating online. I did want to also mention, we didn't want to have to build these pages in Elementor completely. Like Robin started playing around with it. She could have done it, but we went ahead and went to Upwork, where we go to hire people for very inexpensively who know how to do these things. And we simply posted a job, and we don't need to show all that dialogue, Robin, but we just posted a job and said, hey, we want to hire somebody for $50. Like it's all, costs very little. Mostly our cost with this was just our time to get all this set up. But it wasn't a financial cost besides the time, because we just said, hey, who's proficient in Elementor, who can rebuild these pages? Here's the pages we built in Kartra. We want rebuilt in Elementor. If you're proficient in it, hey, we'll pay you $50 to build these pages. And it was quite a few pages, like 6 or 7 pages. And we found somebody within like 2 hours, and they're working on it already because they can do a better job. And we don't want to spend more of our own time rebuilding those pages. So why not just hire somebody? So if you're working with us, and you're using our system, getting set up to generate leads like we do, and having that turn into automated cash flow using the same cash flow opportunities we have, and you want to build a list to be able to promote whatever you want on the back end, and you want to learn how to track lead value and scale. If you're working with us to do that, this is what we're doing at the time of this recording, we're about in mid-November right now. So just wanted to give you that update. A lot of you won't notice much of a difference, because when you see your pages end up on your blog domain, they'll look just like the ones that we built in Kartra. But again, for the reasons I've shared of helping you create an independent system and process that doesn't have that hidden code on it that makes you reliant on Kartra, we wanted to do this extra step. So this is what we're doing right now. And as a quick update for those of you who do work with us, we're getting ready for those of you moving into milestone 4 to set up ad tracking so we can start showing you how to advertise and how to incrementally increase what you earn per lead. That's what the game's all about. For those of you who don't work with us and you maybe want to find out more about the online success strategy that every successful person you see online uses, if they're consistently successful year after year and they do a lot of online marketing, maybe in network marketing, affiliate marketing, selling their coaching or their courses, you name it, across every niche and business model, everybody who's successful consistently is using the online success strategy. Talk with the person who referred you to this, if you don't know what that is, and get our class that teaches you that. And those of you who want to learn more about our system that we set you up with to not just plug you into the most powerful platform online today for automated sales and lead generation, which is Cashflow or Kartra, but also to set you up independently with a mirroring system, or to ease you into it if you're not ready for that extra expense with Kartra. Talk to the person who referred you to this information and ask them to learn about those things, because I don't know anyone else that is breaking things down and helping people get set up with the online success strategy as step-by-step and simply as we are. Now, this gets into a lot more technical stuff that we talked about today than we usually need to get into. If you are not tech savvy, and if you didn't follow a lot of what we said today, understand that even if you're just basic knowledge, if you've been around the block a little bit online, maybe years ago you tried to make money with blogging, or maybe you've tried to make money in coaching, or maybe you tried to make money in online or affiliate marketing, network marketing, some kind of opportunity, or doing your own thing, like some kind of passion career that you've had, but you haven't been able to get it figured out. What we're walking people through is a really tech simple solution to make sure that you focus on all that matters, which is the basic components to generate leads, track your lead value, that's how much you earn per lead, know where your leads are coming from, even if you're not tech savvy, and to be able to incrementally increase what you earn per lead to what we call cash flow optimization. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't join another opportunity. Don't think that you can promote your coaching or courses or anything. Don't learn another Instagram tactic or Facebook chatbot tactic. Focus on learning the online success strategy and how simple it can be to take complete control over what you earn. Get back in touch with the person who referred you here if you're not already working with us, and ask them about the class for the online success strategy and about our solutions for using the same system we use to generate leads, to build your own list, to build your own brand, even if you don't feel like you have a celebrity personality, even if you don't feel like you're tech savvy, you can do it here. We've made sure that you can. All right. So anyway, thanks, Robin. And thank you guys for plugging in. We are here to serve you in reaching your goals, and we get a lot of satisfaction in doing that. So glad you could connect, and maybe we'll see you inside our community where we set you up with these systems. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye for now.